Hey guys, Myra here, and I just wanted to pop on here and show you how I do fried squash. Nothing special about it. Lots of people do fried squash, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. Number one, get your mama to give you some squash. Or get it out of your garden or out of the grocery store, wherever you get your squash. I wash the outsides of it, and I cut the ends off of it. Pretty straightforward and simple there. And I'm going to use the new Rapid Prep mandoline. It has a container box. It has 2 dials on the back. So this one lets you decide, are you going to slice it? Are you going to put a few blades out there? Or are you going to put all the blades out there and make it little slices? And this dial lets you decide how thick you want it to be. And it goes on right there. And you have little suction feet. I love it when it goes on your counter because you can hear it. Little kissing sounds. This I love because it goes down and twists to store out of the way when it's going to be in your cabinet. It has a food chute, so your fingers are away from the blades at all times, at all costs. And it just latches on the front here, so you've got a little hopper and you've got a little food pusher. And this just pulls up to take it off there. This covers up the blades when it's not in use. So very awesome little contraption to be able to do it safely. So I'm going to do it on the back side here so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just doing some squash. Hey guys, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm putting my squash in here. At this point I can use my fingers to go flat against it. And I'm just doing the pushing. It's doing the slicing. Then when you get it down flat, you start using your food pusher. And y'all can see them coming out the back side. Alright, into the container. Super easy. So I've got a skillet over here heating, and if you stay tuned, you'll probably get to see a sneak peek of one of the new fall products. And fried squash are just so much better if you do them individually and you take the time to fry them in a skillet. So that's why I'm doing them first. We're going to have some deer cube steak, and that's over there in the water getting thawed out. So I've got all my squash slices that fast. Okay, Peggy, yeah, I can help you with that. But yeah, so they're all sliced and ready to go. So they're all the same thickness. That's going to help them cook real even. But I just really like this thing. It is super fun. And for fried potatoes, you just turn the dial so that blades come out. And if you turn it one way, and it shows you big old pictures here. One way is wide stripes, so that means big slices, and one way is skinny stripes, so that means lots of little slices. And then you're just turning up the thickness. So you can go back down from 8, you can make it as thin as 1, and 1 is good potato chip size. So this thing is a heck of a lot of fun, and it's quick and easy. It goes in your dishwasher if you want it to. It comes with a little brush to clean out any compartments that maybe has anything stuck in it. And then it all stores inside the little container here and your little contraption. It all stores and nests like this in your cabinet. I'm all about space saving in the cabinets. I have a lot of cabinets, but they're kind of full. They're kind of full of Pampered Chef, which I'm so thankful for. And I'm going to season up my cornmeal mix. And I just buy the cornmeal mix so it already has some flour in it. But if you have just regular cornmeal, you can always add a little extra flour to it. And I think the flour just makes it stick a little bit more to your squash or to your whatever it is you're doing if you're breading it in cornmeal. The flour just makes it a little extra sticky. And then, so that's some seasoning salt. We now have our own seasoning salt and crushed peppercorn and garlic, which I have told everybody that ever has heard me speak. That goes on everything that's not a dessert. And I just mix that around. And I've got my skillet over here getting hot. I'm going to see if I can turn you guys around. You wouldn't believe the contraption I've got rigged up to have you guys in my kitchen with me tonight. But let's see. So, set this to the side. So I've got my non-stick stainless skillet. So this is like a hybrid of both non-stick and stainless. And I'm just going to give it a little spritz with oil. So just pump you up and then spray it out, so that I will be ready to bread my little slices and put them in there and babysit them. This is one of those things that you want to do while you're not really paying attention to everything else, because if you burn them, they're just nasty and disgusting. Nobody wants them. So you kind of have to keep an eye on them and let them do their thing. I've done them in the oven, and if you do them in the oven, I toss them in little panko breadcrumbs so they're a little crispier, a little more like the fried taste. So I spritz the pan, and then I put them in, and then if I want it to really start frying, once I've got the pan full, then I drizzle a little oil around them so that they have a little something to actually start frying with. This is going to get them hot and start them cooking, but then when I want to get them a little fried and get that crispiness around the edges, you can do it that way. And then I may use my air fryer when I'm getting the rest of dinner ready, just to keep them hot and keep them going. But this way, this and potatoes, I think, anything that's going to take a long time when you're getting ready to make dinner, and those of you that have cooked forever, y'all know this trick, but do your potatoes and your long cooking things, start those first. I was really bad about not doing potatoes until like the end, and then it's like, oh boy, yeah, I don't have any time to get all my potatoes done. Everything else is sitting and getting cold waiting on my potatoes. So that's a little tip and a trick for newbies, or just people like me who had to hear it over and over and over again for it to stick in our little brains. So you can also do this if you've got the big double burner griddle. You can do, you know, 2 trays full of them at once. If you've got the old, really long piece, that works really well to do a whole bunch at one time. You know, it doesn't always have to be just pancakes on your grill or griddle. You don't have to talk right to do this either. So I've got my pan just about as full as it can get. I'm going to let them cook for just a little bit on between medium high. And then, so I've got a good pan full of them. Going to bread these up. The moisture kind of comes to the surface on these, so I'm just going to dump them all in there. So that I'm thinking maybe fried potatoes would be good tonight. So I'm going to have my container and my contraption over here for some fried potatoes. So these are all breaded and ready to rock and roll when those come out of the skillet. And I'll just wash up some potatoes and do those. But yeah, anybody see the sneak peek of the fall product? Actually, you can see 2 fall products in the camera from today. Something that I've had, and something that's just kind of sitting around minding its own business. So can't wait to share with you all. I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining me, and tell me what you're making. Tell me what's good for dinner tonight. And I don't know if you've seen any of my other posts or not, but if you've had your eye on any of the kitchen electrics, they are 25% off this month. For anybody, everybody, if you're a past host, you get the sale price, and then you take 10% off the sale price if you've hosted within the past year. Yeah, so it's a very, very good thing. So if you need one of those, I can totally hook you up. If your friends need one, we can totally hook you up with a party, and they can order theirs, and you get the rewards for it. So, all right, so I'm going to cook my squash and make the rest of my dinner. Good to hear from you, Peggy. I miss you. Hi, Linda, and everybody else that's watching out there. Hey, I hope y'all are having a great night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.